A fool, only a fool fights a war that he can't win. I will never, ever, I would never, ever encourage anybody to wage a war against drugs of the leaf. Other drugs, yeah, but stuff of the leaf I wouldn't. Because you can't win that war. No one's won it, no one's gonna win it. You can't win that war. The medicine of the leaf is prescribed in the Bible by the Most High. But here's what I would do if we had 20. I'd start, if we wanted to do an investigation into corruption in Ireland, witchcraft and the left, what I'd do is I'd walk up to the statues of the famine, the potato famine, and take a good look around. Now remember, all around the potato genocide is symbols of witchcraft. Now the building across the road, I've done a few things on this with the big bull in it. The bull is the sign of the human sacrifice, the bull of Bashan. And it has all mixed things as well. But when you go further inside it, it has the children of Leah, who are the victim of witches. So when you walk out the door, you walk across the road to the statues of the potato genocide. No, they call it the potato genocide or the potato famine. It's the judgment. I call it the potato judgment. The Lord told us what was going to happen, and that's what happened in the genocide. Whatever you want to call it. It was the sins of the fathers catching up on us. So, what you do is you stand outside that place and you have a good look. What you do is you look at the signs there, and you have little children being offered to the dead. It's symbolisms of that. So how you know there's that being something done witchcrafty to a child is you look over to the river. Now the river often symbolises the crossing from life to death, death to life, into the other world, wherever the spirits are. So the river is symbolic, and then the sea is another symbol of trance, of going from a spirit or the living to a spirit, the spirit to a living, vice versa. The river is Styx and stuff like that. Well, right next to the river, right next to the potato genocide, is a picture of a little tiny couple of kids being offered by these things. It's a symbolism. So I looked into it briefly. When I seen the shoes bound on the ground, I knew that's witchcraft straight away. And what do you need if you're a witch and you're into child abuse? What are the things that you need? They need a sharp knife, or even a blunt knife, whatever they use, or stone, or whatever, it could be anything, to sacrifice that child or to do whatever they're doing to that witch. And it has to the witch gods or whatever they're interested in. And it has to be hidden in plain sight. That's how witchcraft works. Now, it loses its power if it's not hidden in plain sight, because people haven't got the knowledge. The Lord says, my children perish for lack of real knowledge. So they haven't got the knowledge to see what's hidden in plain sight, because they don't have a proper education. So when you look at the ground, and look at the dustbins, right? The dustbins have a tiny little shoe on the dustbin, and a big shiny blade sort of thing on the bottom. It's on two of the dustbins. So in order, I briefly checked it up on the internet. I haven't gone right into it, but binding and a blade are symbols of child sacrifice or sacrifice. So you can see sort of a shiny blade on the bottom of the bins on both sides. Now most of this town you can't get a bin. Nowhere can you get a bin. You have to walk for miles to get a bin. But when you come up to the well, not for miles, you have to walk along. When you come up to the potato judgment statues, just two bins, one there, and on the bottom of each bin is a big shiny bit down the bottom with a little shoe. Could symbolise a blade. And then the children in the statues, they're looking in certain directions. When you look at their eyes are looking in certain directions. And when you look at one of the kids is being offered forward by the dead. And the dead looking down at the ground and all. These are all things that these people are on 40/40 vision. They notice all this because they're in a dark, paranoid witch world. I'm not in that world. So when I look there, I see witchcraft. And then I turn around and I say, wait, this is the left. What am I looking for? So I walk back across the road into the building where the bull is and all that, and I see Children of Lear, Garden of Remembrance, 1916, Ishtar Sacrifice, Witch Covenant. Now, these people are corrupt and they're bringing in corruption. So, for instance, just hypothetically speaking, I was a big businessman, right? And I was going abroad and agreeing with all these foreign crews, yeah? And I was making loads of money off them, and all of a sudden they invited me. How witchcraft and dark covenants. Say I was down in India or something. All of a sudden they invited me to one thing, then they invited me to another. And then they invited me to the thing where they're actually doing the spirits and all. And then man accepted it. Then he came back to Ireland as a proper businessman, well respected and all. But he's hiding a dark secret. He's involved in a cult. And it needs child sacrifice and stuff like that. So for instance, you can link, so if I was to go straight there from visual links right away, I'll just say start there at the genocide. I walk across the road, I look inside witchcraft, Garden of Remembrance, witchcraft, children cast down on the ground, witches picking on innocent children. Then I go straight to witches, black magic, diseases and stuff like that. I link that into the 21st of January outside the Mansion House in Dublin. Links to Indian governments and sects and cults and stuff like that. Breaking apart of the British Empire. And now diseases are all back. All of these diseases are back with a vengeance in this country. There's loads of them. So I'd have a mooch in there for corruption. I wouldn't be interested in. I wouldn't be so much using policing. I wouldn't give a shit what goes on. As long as people are not doing that to anyone else, letting them crack on, which is Gaelic law. They're not disturbing their peace, they're not breaching their peace. People are doing what they're doing. There's never been anyone that's been able to stop the flow of drugs into this country. And it's not actually the drugs that are the problem. A lot of the time it's the shite they're mixing them with. So therefore, and then the shite makes them mental and they have to go out and do crime and all that stuff like that. That's a symptom. Now, a professional, when I go into the doctor, I say, doctor, I don't want you to treat me, I want you to cure me. I don't go for the treatment of symptoms. I don't like it. I go for the cure. So all the corruption and all brings warfare and all stuff like that.